Jaguars.
Raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game. You name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season. And now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two.
Solid return, nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. He was a second-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a first-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the second round. They got a steal with this player.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Now it's Lockett. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll look to throw now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to...
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 32 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 38-yard line, 2nd and... Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
The ball carrier.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Runs through the contact. Now he steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. A first carry now for Thompson. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, he got Position on him, and he pulls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 23 yards the pickup there.
Jacksonville.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
They're on 31-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson gets it to Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 7.
From the 41, Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Joe Schobert.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Joe Schobert. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
I'm trying to understand.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
32 on the carry.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
13-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the Jaguars.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. An incomplete and excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, Wilson. Incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he completes it to Westbrook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
A gain of 9.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
47's the mic. 47.
On 3rd down, Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
For a Seahawks
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw on third down, Wilson, and that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
Fourth down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
Over first and 10. At their own 12.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now,
Number 30.
his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he'll be out of bounds. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
First and 10.
On first down, Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On second down, it's Carson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
The 9-yard line.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Wilson to throw on third down. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Lux with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Second and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Eifert has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
16 yards.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. That one complete. He finds Shark. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. From the 9, second and 5.
The 9-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it in. Touchdown. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The tackle made one.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
they'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Joe Schobert on
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Seattle. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Seahawks on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
28.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Being chased out left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll run on first down. It's Thompson, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He was taken down by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
24-yard line.
The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal in any event.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Teddy Bridgewater, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Carson able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Yards remain on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down, Wilson able to get this to Gordon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup at 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wilson will throw again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. 11 yards there, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Next to score, Jaguars 35.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle there by Clay Matthews.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The 12-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been great. Look down at the stat monitor here a moment ago. He's already over 300 yards in the third quarter.
And you get the sense there are plenty more yards to come. He's been sharp right from the beginning, finding the open targets, knows exactly where he wants to go with the football, and is delivering it really well.
And now he is in search of more yardage on this drive. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Complete to Josh Gordon.
2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Pulled in at the 24.
Receiving team.
So that one will be accepted. When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down by
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
a gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right, that O-line, they got to protect him. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there are going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's now
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On third down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
That'd be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The Jaguars take over first and 10. At their own.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Jaguars.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And then he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
17 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A second and 10 now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Jaguars 45, Seahawks 30.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
intercepted by the Jaguars.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this.
Punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass on 3rd down. Incomplete. Intended for Joshua Perkins. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
For the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game.
48, Seahawks 30.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And some space here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he comes back with one complete.
Wilson's pass.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's got Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Jaguars 48.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And now out come the Jags. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Number 32.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Again, a run with Thompson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Kicked off by Jamal Adams. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The first down pass.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd down and 3. Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. On the carry.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They run again with Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
2 on the carry.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Fights through and now a crease. Oh, he breaks another. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try and run with their fullback. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bud Dupree bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Wilson's pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete to DJ.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
The Jaguar 1st down.
On 1st down, Thompson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll turn to Thompson, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Jaguars add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 15. 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
11 more yards.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, 3rd down here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they will take a knee here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Jaguars, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.